Next method is vegetative propagation or reproduction. Vegetative means growing from vegetative parts of the plant. In a plant we have two types of parts. One is vegetative and the other is reproductive. Reproductive parts are flower and fruit, and vegetative parts are root, stem, leaf, etc. Now, vegetative propagation can take place naturally or artificially. Naturally means on its own. Vegetative propagation may take place in nature, and then we call it natural vegetative propagation. And when man interferes with the process and artificially puts root or stem, then we call it artificial vegetative propagation. Vegetative reproduction is of two types: natural vegetative reproduction and artificial vegetative reproduction. First we'll study natural methods of vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation means when reproduction is taking place with the help of vegetative parts of the plant, that is by root, stem or leaves. Vegetative propagation by roots. New plants can arise from swollen roots, for example, roots of sweet potato, dahlia, asparagus, etc. Vegetative propagation may take place by underground stems. Bud on stems give rise to new plants. So on the stem remains underground and there are buds or nodes and internodes present, and at the nodes buds are present, and these buds can give rise to a new plant. Example, potato, onion, ginger, sugarcane, gladiolus, etc. Then vegetative propagation may take place by leaves also. For example, in bryophyllum and begonia, plantlets develop from the margins of the leaf, and on detachment they grow into a new plant. So let us see how vegetative propagation takes place by underground stems. Here you can see this is a tuber. Example is potato. If we look at tuber, it is having a number of eyes or nodes on its surface. Each eye or node consists of an axillary bud. This dot here which you see, this is an axillary bud, and this line which you can see here, this is a scale leaf. During favorable conditions, what happens? This axillary bud gives rise to sprouts. You can see here sprouts have come out, and each of these sprouts will give rise to a new tuber or potato plant. If we look at bulb, example is onion. Here you can see that these are the adventitious roots. They are adventitious because they are arising from the stem. If we cut a section of it and see it, then here you can see the outer pink covering, which is, these are the scale leaves. Then this portion which you see here, this is the condensed stem has reduced. The white leaves which you are seeing, these are the fleshy leaves which are storing food. On the side you are having axillary buds. These are the axillary buds, and in the center you have the terminal bud. On favorable conditions, this terminal bud gives rise to leaves which will store more, make more food and store it. Here you can see this is rhizome. Example is ginger. Here also rhizome or ginger is storing food. Here you can see these lines drawn over here. These lines are actually the nodes, and at each node you are having scale leaf, and hidden in the scale leaf is an axillary bud. axillary bud, and these scale leaves or axillary buds you can see, and at the end you are having the terminal bud. So these axillary buds, they can give rise to a new shoot, and a ginger plant will arise from them. Here in this case of corm, example is Arvi. Corm is also a type of rhizome only. The only difference is that rhizome is growing horizontally and corm is growing vertically. So in favorable conditions, what happens? Buds start arising, and each of these buds can give rise to a new plant. Here you can see this is a runner. Runner is an example of subaerial modification, and not given in your books, but it is neither completely underground and neither it is aerial. It runs on the surface of the soil. For example, you have seen your doob grass. If you put doob grass in your garden at different places, after some time you will find that the grass spreads in the whole garden. Strawberry is another example of runner. Here you can see this is oxalis. Here also you can see that this plant grows like this, and the stem keeps on running on the surface of the soil, and you can see here small roots are arising here. These small roots, you can see very small roots, and with the help of these roots keep on coming at the nodes, and with the help of these roots it keeps on running on the surface of the soil. Here you can see the root coming out, right? So with the help of these roots, here also you can see the root here, then again a root here. So with the help of these roots, it keeps on running on the surface of the soil, and it is called a runner. Vegetative propagation can take place also with the help of leaves. Here you can see this is a bryophyllum leaf. The leaves are very slightly thicky in nature, and on the margins of the leaf, these are the margins, and on the margins of the leaves you can see small depressions or notches present on the complete surface of the leaf, and at these notches adventitious buds are present. Which buds are present? Adventitious buds are present, and these adventitious buds can give rise to a new plant. So you can see here the axillary bud has given rise to a small plantlet having root as well as leaves. Here also you can see root as well as leaves. So on the complete margin of the leaf you will find a number of small plantlets, and these plantlets, when they get detached from the parent leaf, each of these plantlets grow up into a new individual. Here in the diagram you can see clearly this is a bryophyllum plant, and here you can see on the margins of the leaves you can see these small plantlets arising, and each of them can give rise to a new plant. Disadvantages of vegetative propagation. The offsprings which are developed are same as the parent plant. So they are genetically similar, that means they don't have any variations. And second, disease of parent plant can be easily transferred to the offspring. So the plants are not healthy if the parent plant is also having any defective character, then it will get transferred into the offspring also. Disadvantages of vegetative propagation. The offsprings which are produced by vegetative propagation